Back in the days, we all used to.
Good morning, LC Bird. This is Jay Anderson.
And I'm Bree Brown.
Welcome to your first edition of WBRD. Today we'll be reporting to you the main events and the hottest topics around school.
So in case you were wondering about topics such as homecoming or new school policies, be sure to stay tuned as we get into our first segment. On September 17th, 2012, students were presented with Rachel's legacy. Rachel Scott was the first of 13 people to lose their life at the Columbine High School shooting. Here is Isha Mosley, who caught up with Miss Richmond, the president of the FOR, or Friends of Rachel Club, to get more details about this cause.
Many of us seniors here at LC Bird know Miss Richmond as the government teacher, but in this last year she's taken on a new title as the leader of the FOR Club. Our interviewer Saisha caught up with her for more information.
What do you think needs to change in our school based on racial legacy?
I think Bird High School is an awesome school, but we can certainly work on, different groups of people getting together, working better together as a community in the school, and just trying to spread kindness and good acts throughout the school.
Can you tell us about any upcoming events in the school or community for the FOR Club we'll be part of?
Well, our first thing with the FOR Club, we're going to try to start working with new students that come to the school so that they feel comfortable when they come in and they're not in such a strange environment.
The group Miss Richmond set up is called Friends of Rachel, or the FOR Club for short. It's a group of our students here at LC Bird who are banding together, going against bullying and expressing their feelings on it. Saisha caught up with two of their members to hear more.
Today we have Ryan Harris talking about the racial legacy. Hi Ryan.
Hello.
Okay, what was going through your mind at the assembly of racial legacy?
Well, I was mostly thinking about the people in front of me who were just talking and being rude, and that they were probably the people that needed the message the most. And then I was also thinking about how important of a message it was.
And what has the message spoke to you?
I think that it's made an impact on my life because I'm trying to be a better person and to be nice to people that I don't know. I've been talking to strangers more. That sounds bad, but kids that are alone, I'll say hi to them in the hallway, or I'll ask them to sit with us at lunch. Just little things.
Oh, you sound like a kind-hearted person. Well, that was it with Ryan Harris. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have Catherine Grimes here, speaking about the racial legacy. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Today we're going to start off by asking you, how has the racial legacy affected the community and how can it get better?
Well, I think Rachel's legacy has at least provided an expectation for the community that we're expected to treat each other right and that we're expected not to judge each other. And it can always improve because, it can always improve. We can never be too nice to each other.
Have you noticed the lack of clocks on the wall this year? Well, what about the absence of the warning bell? We have our reporter Jamie Williams reporting with the scoop on the new and improved tardy policy.
This is Janie Williams here to talk to you about the new tardy policy. And as you can see, we don't have the clocks on the walls anymore. And we're heading to Dr. Hubert to tell you more about it.
What is so important about being in your seat?
When the bell rings, what's important about being in your seat when the bell rings is it shows that everybody's ready and prepared to learn. And if school is your job and learning is the outcome, you need to be ready. So you got to be in your seat.
Why is there no more warning bells?
The warning bells really just served as an opportunity for you to wait around until some sound said, now you got to get going. And then everybody was running, hustling, created a dangerous situation in the hall sometimes, made it too congested, up by the upper commons. So by not having the bells, we can move you a little bit quicker, and kids seem to move a little bit quicker without the bells.
Thanks, Janie. And although the tardy policy has been a big problem this year, I know you Skyhawks have also been wondering about the new parking policy. We have our reporter Keon Montana interviewing Mr. Waller for more answers on this subject.
How you doing? This is Keon Montana, Junior, WBRD, reporting live from Bird Senior Parking Lot. We're here to talk to you about parking passes and parking policies. So I'm going to pass it off to Mr. Waller so he can tell you more about it.
What happens if someone parks in someone else's parking spot?
A few things could happen if you park in someone else's parking spot. You could receive a warning that you're in someone else's parking spot, either by a little red sticker on your car, or I could come around personally and talk to students, which I've done, just to let them know that we're observing the parking lot and you're illegally parked. Or you could possibly be towed at the owner's expense for parking illegally in the parking space. Currently, all the numbers that are in the parking lot that are numbered have decals associated with them. The parking spaces that do not have numbers on them have not been sold parking decals. So therefore, if you're in an unnumbered slot, you're parked illegally. It works. So I do definitely think it'll be around next year.
Now we have a story specifically for early graduates and seniors. Let's take it to Amber Cummings on scholarships.
Hello, Elsie Bird. This is Amber Cummings reporting from WBRD about scholarships. Why do you need scholarships? How do you get scholarships? Let's turn to Ms. Gerlach, a guidance counselor here at Elsie Bird, to answer some of these questions.
How do we get scholarships? Like, what actions and steps should we take?
Scholarships, they're very easily accessible. They come from everywhere. I think the internet would probably be the most beneficial. You could Google the word scholarships, and there are several different websites like fastweb.com, scholarships.com, scholarshipexperts.com, just to name a couple. Those are scholarship databases that you can, find scholarships on. You can come to me to get more local scholarships. Yeah. So I'm the scholarship chair for the school, so that would be, I'm a good resource, and all the counselors are actually. Our College and Career Center counselor, Mrs. Beck, is really knowledgeable about scholarships as well, along with all of our counselors. And even if you're not my student, you're more than welcome to come to me to inquire about them. All right.
It's that time of year again, students. The time of the year consisting of new teachers, fire drills, and last but not least, fresh meat. As they scramble to find their classes, we've gathered some tips that may help them get through the beginning of the school year on a segment we call Freshman Survival Guide.
Ain't got no kids yet, but this right here's for practice. I hate to get the seats in the bins wet, but that's...
Okay, so this is Kawari Golson with Deontay Jones, who's a senior at Elsie Bird. How did you survive your freshman year?
I just stayed out of people's way, did my work in class, made everything nice, sweet, and simple, so I can get ready for my next 3 years of high school.
You say you did your work in class. Is there anything you struggle with in class?
Not really. If you just stay attentive and do your work, stay out of people's way, focus on school, you'll be straight.
What advice would you give to freshmen that are struggling in class?
I give them the advice to just study hard, get better, focus, so that your next 3 years in high school, you'll be ready to go to college.
Well, you heard it from Deontay Jones. This is Kawhi Golson. Back to you, Jay.
As you all know, it's volleyball season. So WBRD has been able to get it together with a few players to tell you how well or not the volleyball season has been going so far.
I'm Trey Brown here at Elsie Bird, recording for WBRD. I just came up for an interview with one of Elsie Bird's key volleyball players, Alex Vaughn. Coming off 20 assists, I asked him how his contributions to the team were, and he said,
as a setter, it's always important for me to get the assists for my team to get kills. And adding to that fact, setter is also a moving position where I have to save the ball a lot. And that probably helped the team more in the morale area and along with more points put down on the other team.
Furthermore, due to the team's first win, I asked Alex how he thought the first win was going to impact the rest of the season, and he came back and told me.
Last week's win was a major morale boost for the team, and I believe it'll act as a stepping stone towards our future wins and down along the season.
What's the word around Bird? Where you get the latest news from students to students. It's October and it's that time of year. Whether it's buying football tickets, being a part of the Blue Crew, or going full out in body paint, Bird has spirit. Homecoming is all about the Skyhawk pride, with football and everybody's favorite, dancing. Our reporter Jaquan Clay has more information on all things Homecoming 2012.
Ms. Hall, I've been hearing rumors about a possible carnival and float parade. Can you confirm or deny the gossip?
We can say affirmative.
All right. For the students who wear clothing that's a little revealing, do you have any advice that could help them from being removed from the dance?
We just need to say you gotta keep it dress code appropriate to school.
Absolutely, with the dress code, guys.
with a dress code. You can look cute and be following dress code.
I'm Bree Brown.
And this is Jay Anderson.
And this has been your first edition of WBRD. Hope you've been able to find some of this information very useful.
And until next time, keep cool, Skyhawks.